games remaining. 2 games back in the standings. The final postseason push is in high gear as the Rays took 3 of 4 in Boston, leaving the reeling Red Sox searching for answers. Tonight, Tampa Bay faces its toughest task to date, rolling into the Bronx to begin a 4-game set versus the AL East leading Yankees. The playoff chase continues on Sun Sports. Tonight, we welcome you from New York, where throughout the day in Manhattan it was overcast, but in the Bronx the sky is clear. It's a beautiful night for baseball between the Rays and the New York Yankees. The Rays find themselves 2 games back in the wild card race, 1 game in the loss column behind Boston, while New York leads the American League East by 5 over Boston, 7 up on the Rays. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson and Todd Callis. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard as the Rays and the Yankees begin a 4-game series here tonight in the Bronx. Well, the Yankees and Rays are where they are because they have been very good clubs. For the Rays, just 2 games back, they've done it, BA, on the strength of great pitching and great defense. All year, they've looked for a 1-2 punch in their offensive lineup. Well, in the month of September, they've settled for a 2-3 punch with Upton hitting second and Longoria hitting third.
Those 2 have been very good at the front end of that Rays order. You start with B.J. Upton. B.J. Upton going back in the beginning of September, the last couple of weeks, he's been outstanding. He's hit for average, he's hit for power, he's driven in runs, he's scored runs. You know, the thing with B.J. Upton, he always seems to perform better the bigger the stage, and a lot of production coming out of that 2-hole with B.J. Upton. Then you go to Evan Longoria. You know, Evan's been productive for quite a while now. The last few months, he's been driving in runs, very good in that area, but look at the average, 327, still driving in the home runs, the RBIs. Been very, very good out of that 3-hole. And when you put these 2 guys up at the top of that order like that with Desmond Jennings, they've gone a long way towards giving the Rays quick starts early in games, which has allowed them to seize the initiative and win important ball games.
And the Rays are going to need as much offense as they can get as they take on the Yankees here in this hitter-friendly ballpark at Yankee Stadium. Starting pitching matchup tonight, it will be Wade Davis making his first appearance of the year against New York, 28th appearance overall with a record of 10-9, and Ivan Nova, the rookie on the hill for New York, his record comes in at 15-4. The Rays and the Yankees have battled through 15 games this year. The Rays have won 5, New York 6, and game 1 of this series just minutes away.
Supporting my kids takes a lot out of me. I need a meal that really knocks it out of the park. With Subway Restaurant Sub of the Day Fresh Value Meal, you get a 6-inch sub, a 21-ounce drink, and chips for only $3.99. With a deal like that, you never strike out. Subway, eat fresh.
Got your grill here. You're gonna take this and scrape off all the drippings. Follow me.
Now get deep flavor without the deep fryer. The new Subway Oven Crisp Chicken. Always baked, never fried. It's a taste breakthrough.
That's awesome. You can read that.
The AccuFit digital system, exclusively at LensCrafters, is about 5 times more precise than manual measurement techniques. So you get vision that makes the world as clear as it can be. LensCrafters.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do people use smartphones to do dumb things?
Send. That is the weekend.
Will allow me to crack the bubbly.
Don't mind if I do.
Is a gentleman with a bro stash invited to this party?
Only if he's ready to rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Let's go, let's go!
Great job. We got one play, so let's make this count.
I touched the ball before it went out, Coach.
Come on, Alex. The ref did not call that. It's the championship game.
I touched it. It's their ball.
Don't foul them when they inbound. Alex. Good call.
Sportsmanship. Pass it on.
Right.
We have a very important announcement to make.
I want my senior year to be magic.
I'm on the precipice of doom.
It's going to be a Glee season of surprises.
I will suspend all public school arts programs.
Sue wants to declare war on the arts. General Schuster is about to launch a counteroffensive.
So this is what being turned on feels like.
The Emmy-nominated Gleek Fest returns.
I have spent the entire year being kind to you kids.
Today's only the second day of school.
Glee season premiere this week on Fox.
All the action, all access, all right here on Sun Sports.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball.
150 games, all in high def.
I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard.
All the excitement of Rays baseball.
There's a shot, home run!
All season on Sun Sports, the official broadcast partner of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Season ends a week from tomorrow. The Rays playing 10 games in this 9-game stretch to conclude the 2011 regular season. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Yankee Stadium. The Rays without one of their regulars in the lineup tonight, and congratulations to Ben Zobrist and his wife, Juliana, on the birth of their daughter, Cruz, born in St. Petersburg yesterday. You see Zobrist's numbers on the season offensively. He'll be back tomorrow with the team. Not sure if he'll be back in time for game one of that day-night doubleheader. But while the Rays lose a big bat in the lineup with Sean Rodriguez in there at second base along with Reed Brignac, they don't lose much defensively at all.
Me and Sean have a great relationship. You know, we practice a lot together. We played against each other, you know, throughout the minor league system and even in the minor leagues a little bit. You know, we both feel very comfortable with each other. You know, while I'm at short, he's at second, and you know, we feel like we're you know, two of the quickest together as a unit, you know, as anybody in the major leagues.
Reed Brignac with our Geico quote of the game. Two smooth operators in the middle of the Rays infield. Guys, we are ready for baseball. Back we go to Dwayne and PA. Gentlemen.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. Rays and the Yankees squaring off. Single game tonight. Day-night doubleheader tomorrow and a night game on Thursday. Here is the starting lineup for the Rays tonight. Desmond Jennings will lead it off, followed by B.J. Upton and Evan Longoria. Johnny Damon is the designated hitter. Casey Kochman follows him, and then Matt Joyce. Sean Rodriguez in there at second. Kelly Shopik behind the plate hitting eighth, and then Reed Brignac, the shortstop, will hit ninth in Joe Maddon's lineup.
Now taking the mound tonight for the New York Yankees, rookie right-hander Ivan Nova, be his 26th start of the season. A very good 15-4 record. In fact, leads all rookies with 15 victories. ERA 3.81. Opponent's average right at 257, coming off of a no decision in his last start up in Seattle. Pitched into the 8th inning, gave up just one earned run, but did not factor in the decision. Let's take a look at the Yankee defense as it lines up in the outfield, left to right. Brett Gardner, Curtis Granderson, and Nick Swisher. Across the infield, third to first, Eric Chavez, Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, and Mark Teixeira. Russell Martin will handle the catching duties. Tonight's Yankee defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarkets, home of the Sweet Spot.
Well, there's Joe Madden as his club in at 85 and 67. Two back in the wild card race, and the first pitch of this game is a strike called into Desmond Jennings. Desmond starts the night hitting .295, 9 home runs and 23 runs batted in. And a line drive caught by Jeter with a little lunge to his left. Jeter makes the catch. So we're underway. 67 degrees here, just a very light breeze at about 5 miles per hour in the ballpark right now. That's going to bring B.J. Upton to the plate. B.J. at 234. And the pitch is in there. There's a strike. Nova 15-4. He's won 11 decisions in a row. And a shot to center field. Granderson to his left is there and makes the catch. That winning streak for Nova covers 14 starts. He's put together a .335 earned run average for the life of that. His ERA overall is .381.
Yeah, going into that start, that started on June the 10th, and going into that start, Nova was 4-4, the ERA of 4.5, but quite the run that he has been on. And that's having 3 starts in the minor leagues. He missed basically all of July.
Here's Evan Longoria. Evan takes a strike. Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes here tonight. Pitch is down. 1-1.
And as you can see right there, Nova has a very good curveball. Sharp break. He likes it with 2 strikes.
Liner into right field. Swisher will have to go back, and he makes a leaping grab. As he got to the track, about 2 steps onto the warning track, he made the leaping catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Rays. New York coming into bat.
Share a sunset and a laugh. Celebrate getting there and every step of the way. Build for the future while enjoying the present to the fullest. Because after all, life is a beautiful collection of moments. So go live. We've got you covered. Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health.
Some car companies need celebrities in their commercials to try and convince you to buy one of their cars. Toyota thinks you'd get better advice from someone who actually owns one. I love my Camry. Looks great, gets good gas mileage. Who wouldn't want one? One of your own.
What should your next car be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. There's no better time to get the 2011 Camry with 0% APR plus $500 customer cash.
You cannot miss my fellow Texan, the firecracker herself, Miranda Lambert, in concert here on Saturday, September 24th. She'll perform her award-winning House That Built Me and other fan favorites like Gunpowder and Lead and White Liar. Be here. I know I will.
Derek Jeter about to lead it off here for New York as we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Jeter followed by Granderson and then Teixeira. Rodriguez the DH, and Robinson Cano hits 5th at 2nd in front of Nick Swisher. Eric Chavez is at 3rd. Russell Martin will do the catching, and Brett Gardner hits 9th, the left fielder.
Making the start tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander Wade Davis. Will be his 28th start of the season, 10-9 record. Very important for Wade to come out tonight with his good stuff attacking this lineup. They're going to look to try to run up that pitch count. So very important for Wade Davis to attack in the zone early, try to pitch ahead of these Yankee hitters.
Well, Jeter starts the night at 295, and the first pitch to him is a strike.
Also going to be important for Wade to come out with the good stuff. You got to empty the tank this time of year, hold nothing back.
The 0-1. This one is inside. He has not faced the Yankees this year, said he was looking forward to this start tonight. A lot on the line as the Rays chase the Red Sox. 2 balls and a strike.
And it was just 2 starts ago where Wade had maybe the biggest start of his year to that point, was that opening 3-game series at Tropicana Field against the Boston Red Sox, and he went complete game. That was the night that we saw the cutter used quite a bit by Wade.
And there is ball 3 after the opening strike. And the count goes to 3-1.
And that's what this Yankee lineup will do. They force pitchers to pick a lot. They get a lot of counts in their favor, and that's why they're so good offensively. Not only have they been productive players for a long time, but because of that, pitchers tend to nibble against this team.
And Jeter takes that one for a strike, trying to coax the walk from Wally Bell. Instead, the count is full.
Yeah, and that was a good fastball there. That really bore in on the inside corner, down around the knees.
And the pitch is foul back. Fastball from Wade. Jeter, for the last month now, has hit up around 360 to get that average on the year in the mid-290s. There's Joe Girardi in his 4th season as the manager here in New York. And Joe Madden, the Rays skipper, flanked by Jim Hickey. And a foul, that one out of play up the right side. So Jeter in the leadoff spot here has worked this count full and will make it at least an 8-pitch at bat. And that pitch is ball 4. I think Davis hoping to get the call, but that's a walk. Jeter heads to first.
Well, let's take a look at the Rays defense as it lines up in the outfield. Left to right, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce across the infield. Third to first, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac, Sean Rodriguez, and Casey Kochman. Kelly Shopping getting another call behind the plate. Tonight's Ray defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Well, here is Curtis Granderson with Jeter at first. The pitch is high, and I'll tell you, if the first at bat of this inning here for New York is any indication of what this game is going to be like, because those pitches, the only thing closer maybe than the wild card race right now were those pitches that Jeter worked for the base on balls. There's a strike at the knees. Wally Bell had some tough decisions to make already behind the plate.
Well, that's what this lineup does. I mean, they take pitches, they force the umpire to call strikes on them. And then at that point, then they'll open up their zone and start to swing the bats. If not, then they find themselves in 2-0, 3-1 counts all the time. So you take a very good player and constantly put him into good counts, well, it makes him a great player.
There's a strike to Granderson. 1-2. Boy, Granderson having a monster year. 41 home runs for Granderson, 115 runs batted in. The pitch is away. 2-2. There's that home run race in the American League. Granderson and Teixeira 2-3 behind Bautista. Granderson tops in runs batted in. He also leads the league in runs scored with 133. And there is ball 3. So the second straight full count. And Teixeira waits on deck. Jeter off first, full count to Granderson. Jeter on the move, and Granderson fouls it back. Well, 8 pitches to Jeter, 6 so far to Granderson. So right there, you've got 14 pitches. That's about what James Shields averages pitches per inning. Runner at first. Granderson, the second hitter in the lineup. Well, the Yankees, not surprisingly, are second in the league in on-base percentage and third in the league in slugging percentage. 3-2. Swing and a popper, short left, and Longoria is going to go out there from third base to make the catch. Jeter was on the move, and he ducks back in at first with Longoria taking a look over there. So one out with a man at first with Teixeira coming up. We mentioned he's 10-9 overall, and here's the breakout lately.
Well, you see the big difference right here, that ERA. Over 8 on the road, under 3 at home. Opponent's average. You see the Rays record accordingly.
Now Teixeira takes a look at a pitch a little wide. Pitch stayed out there as he tried to find the strike zone.
And I think that headline fit perfectly. Kind of a mystery. You usually don't see splits that are that different. I mean, that's a huge change.
So away again to Teixeira, 2-0. Well, and it would reflect in his last 5 road starts, just 1-3 with an earned run average of well over 7. Facing a very tough lineup tonight. Teixeira fouls it back, 2-1.
That's why it's so important for a pitcher to get into a routine, whether it be home or road, and stick with it. You know, obviously at home, you know you're going to start the game on the mound. So you go out there at 7-10 or whatever the time may be, and now we go. On the road, obviously, you go second. So that first inning could take a little bit longer, and some guys have trouble finding a routine that fits them. But not to the tune of 8 or under 3.
There's a strike. It's an interesting development with Wade Davis as we take a look at the early update on Boston and Baltimore, with Boston out to a 1-0 lead. Wade had, even at home, he had trouble in the first inning, and that's why they tried to get him to be a little more involved in the warm-up process down in the bullpen to make it a bit more vigorous. Foul ball back, and the count is 2-2.
You know, maybe it's one of those things too that, before you get settled into a ball game, a little bit, the nerves are going crazy. You're trying to find it mechanically, facing hitters, making sure you hit your spots. At home, you're able to go out there and start right now. You don't have a lot of time to think about it. Where on the road, you've got to sit and think about it that whole first half of the inning. Mm-hmm. Maybe you build it up so big in your mind, by the time you get out there, you're really out of sorts, and that leads to some major struggles.
And a big cut and a miss. That takes care of Teixeira. 2 gone. First strikeout for Wade.
Well, Wade Davis powers his fastball in. Mark Teixeira's swing is big and long, and he's able to get it over top of the bat and just beat him.
Now Alex Rodriguez is the designated hitter. Comes in hitting .283 with 16 home runs. And a swing and a miss. Rodriguez 6th on the all-time home run list with 629. One behind Ken Griffey Jr. It's low and it's covered up by Shopik. Nice job by Kelly Shopik.
Well, that's why Kelly is out there.
Yep.
You talk to Joe Madden, and his thoughts were, hey, listen, if the other guys aren't going to give us more offense, then I am not going to sacrifice defense, because Joe feels that Kelly Shopik right now is the best defensive catcher at his disposal. So if offense is going to be a wash, get Kelly in there.
A-Rod was trying to get Jeter to advance into scoring position on that block pitch by Shopik. Pitch is inside, and it's 2-1. But the way Shopik blocked that, kept it out in front of him. And an attempt to advance by Jeter, and Shopik had a good chance to cut him down.
They've been throwing the ball from a lot shorter distance, too.
Two-one. All three balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike. And that pitch is high. So he walks Rodriguez. Two men on with 2 men out for Robinson Cano. And Cano, the one guy in this lineup who has a pretty good history of success against Davis. We'll have to be careful here. See, .317 against the Rays. He's 5 of 12 with a home run lifetime against Wade Davis. Two walks. Rodriguez at first and Jeter at second. And a foul ball off the railing of the dugout. Strike one. Well, counting this one, the Rays have 10 games left. These 4 in New York. They'll come home to play Toronto for 3 and then New York for 3. Boston counting tonight's game with Baltimore, 8 left. Now Cano getting time granted by Wally Bell. The pitch is inside. 1-1. Cano out of the batter's box. Davis on the hill waiting. a pop fly left field side, and this is Jennings on the run. Desmond there, and he makes the catch. Jennings covering the ground, moving into foul territory. Cano's out of there. We're through one, no score.
At USAA, we believe honor is not exclusive to the military, and commitment is not limited to one's military oath. The same set of values that drive our nation's military are the ones we used to build USAA Bank. From free checking to credit cards to loans, our commitment to the military, veterans, and their families is without equal. Visit us online to learn what makes our bank so different. USAA, we know what it means to serve.
Let's have a ball and a biscuit, sugar, and take our sweet little time about it.
Captain Morgan, to life, love, and loot.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live.
Rays baseball tonight is brought to you by Honda. See your Honda dealer and discover the great values now being offered. By Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. By AT&T and by AutoWay. AutoWay is part of AutoNation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. Johnny Damon leads it off here against Ivan Nova. Damon hitting cleanup. One strike to count to him. He is 4 of 4 off Nova lifetime. And that's going to make it 5 for 5. A little base hit dropped into center. A couple of hops to Granderson. And the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Rays in the second inning. He didn't hit it hard, but got it through the middle of the infield.
You can see how far in Russell Martin is. That ball kind of leaks back out over the plate, and Johnny Damon just serves it into center field. Trying to keep the ball in. You miss your spot, and it makes you pay.
Now Casey Kochman. Casey's 7th in the league in hitting as we start play tonight. And a little chopper. Nova will take it back to second. Out there, the throw to first, safe there. Damon forced at second. So Kochman is aboard, not a fielder's choice.
Yeah, that play just took too long. Even with Casey Kochman running the hopes to get two, a little chopper. Nova kind of had to wait there for a second for Jeter to get to the bag, and that little delay and the fact that Jeter was throwing off his back foot allowed Kochman to beat it.
Here's Matt Joyce. Matt's hitting .278 with 18 home runs. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Nova has had more success against left-handed hitters than right-handed hitters. cut and a miss. 2-1. Lefty's hitting .241 against him, and right-handed batters .272. There's a line shot, and it's caught by Teixeira. And as Kochman tried to get back in there, Teixeira got the tag for the double play. Boy, Joyce hit this ball hard, and Teixeira, with a quick reaction, makes the catch and turns it into 2.
All right, everybody, get your heads up. Now, when I was in the military, I learned that if you stand together, you can stand up to anything. No matter where I was deployed, I always knew that somebody had my back. You boys are your own band of brothers. You have each other, just like I had Navy Federal Credit Union 24/7 live customer support. Let's go! Let's go!
3.5 million members, 3.5 million stores. Navy Federal Credit Union.
21st Century Insurance here, with our fastest way yet to prove that you're spending too much money on your car insurance. This car is covered by Progressive, this one by 21st. Both cars have the same coverage, same damage, and now, the same fast repairs. But here's the difference. Drivers who switched from Progressive to 21st saved an average of $535 a year. Call 888-620-2121. 21st Century Insurance. The same great coverage for less.
Endless Shrimp is our most popular promotion at Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
It's Endless Shrimp today at Red Lobster. As much as you like, any way you like. Like new sweet and spicy shrimp, all for $15.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently.
It's no coincidence the Toyota Tundra has received the most dependable large pickup award from J.D. Power and Associates. Not once, not twice, but 6 years in a row. Now that's a statement no other truck can make. Save up to $6,500 on the 2011 Toyota Tundra Double Cab with 0% APR. The full-size Tundra from Toyota.
As we head into the home half of the second inning, we are scoreless here in the Bronx. Well, tonight's Rays game is presented in high definition, and that is brought to you by H.H. Gregg.
Nick Swisher will open the home half of inning 2 here in New York. Swisher hitting left-handed against Davis. And the first pitch is a strike. Swisher overall .261 with 23 home runs. 17 of those as a left-handed hitter. He takes this one the other way. That's going to be fair and roll to the bottom of the wall down near the left field corner. And Swisher's in with a stand-up double to start the home half of inning 2.
Now that was just a breaking ball that stayed up in the zone. And instead of taking it, Swisher jumps all over it. And that ball's away from him. So he just shoots it that way, and he got enough of it. Desmond Jennings, very good speed out there in left field, but he's not even able to cut it off, and Swisher leads things off with a double.
Well, Eric Chavez now is the hitter. He's playing third base. And he lines a base hit into right field. Here comes Swisher around third. He will score, and New York takes a 1-0 lead. Swisher scores from second on the base hit to right by Chavez. He didn't hit it hard, but he got it through into right.
Wade Davis, fastball in. Chavez wasted no time pulling the hands through, getting enough of that pitch to line it out into right field. The Yankees jump ahead here early in the bottom of the second inning, and once again with Wade Davis, it's the bottom of the lineup that's doing the damage.
Boy, that has been a recurring theme for a number of his starts.
You know, in fact, if you get down to the 8 and the 9 hole against Wade Davis, the 8 hole hitters hit 299 off of him. 9-hole hitters, 317.
Well, here's Russell Martin. He's hitting 236 for the year. Hitting out of the 8th spot. That's a strike as he's shortened on the bat.
And for me, with Wade Davis, that is just lack of concentration, because his stuff is too good to be letting the 8 and 9-hole hitters hit, combined 310 off of him. He's better than that. And as that just gets down, you almost take a mental breather there at the bottom of the order. Okay, here's strike one. Ah, man, they hit it, base hit.
Well, that's one thing, especially in the American League, you just can't afford to do. There's a base hit punch the other way. Chavez stops at second, and Martin is aboard. There might be some National League clubs where you go 8-9, especially you get down to the pitcher.
Right.
And you feel as if you might be able to take a hitter off there because they're positioned there for a reason. But in the American League, it's a different story. You've got Martin in this case hitting 8th. This guy's got some pop in his bat. He's a pretty good hitter. He's an all-star. And now you have Gardner hitting 9th. He's really a leadoff guy.
Yeah, and in this situation, you can see the Rays already with the defense. Saw Evan Longoria talking to Wade Davis. We saw the bunt defense for the Rays bunted up the third base line. Evan Longoria going to Reed Brignac, playing shortstop, covering second base, trying to cut off that runner. We saw him do it 2 times in that last series with Russell Martin on first to see if they employ the same defense.
Well, there's Gardner showing bunt, and you could see Chavez at second trying to get a very good secondary lead on the potential bunt play.
Because he wants to get to third, but what the Rays are going to be thinking here is if they bunt it hard enough, Evan Longoria getting that good jump and gunning the Russell Martin out at second, probably not going to be able to turn it with Gardner running.
But they'll keep one other guy out of scoring position.
Absolutely.
They do that as well as any team we've seen.
And you keep the double play in order then.
There's a strike to Gardner.
And you if that were to happen, Gardner bunts it, Evans able to force out at second. Okay, now you got first and third with one out and a good ground ball guy in Derek Jeter. You got a chance to get out of the inning unscathed. First things first, you got to execute this play if they do decide to bunt. Gardner did not square around that last pitch.
1-1, here it is. There's the bunt. They're going to have to go to first. Kochman with a low throw. Rodriguez took the throw, came up with it. The Rays think that Rodriguez still had his foot on the bag, and Scott Berry makes the call over there. Boy, the Rays think they have it out.
Boy, and I thought they did too. I think the ball definitely beat him. Now, I can't speak for the footwork of Sean Rodriguez, but I would say that the ball beat him there. It was a close play, no question about it. And you see right here, it forces them to take the throw at first. Yeah, the ball beat him. Now, was the foot on the bag? That's the question.
Yeah, he's out.
I think maybe Scott Berry said that the foot wasn't on the bag because it was so quick the way what he said to Joe Madden. Joe kind of turned around and he sent it back pretty quick. If first base umpire says no foot on the bag, there's not much to argue there, but definitely the throw beat him, and it certainly looked like the foot was in contact with that bag that should have been an out.
So now the bases are loaded with nobody out, a run home, and it's the top of the order.
Well, you're hoping right here for a big double play ground ball. You give up that second run to get the 2 outs.
Jeter walked in the first, batting again in the second, and the pitch is a strike. Well, Gardner was trying to sacrifice, but he's called safe at first. They're going to give him a hit. Oh, 1 to count. And it's fouled right back into the screen. 0-2. So a very big spot early here for the Rays in the bottom of the second inning. Down at third, Chavez. Martin at second. Gardner at first. Swisher opened with a double. He has scored already. Pitch away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as we mentioned, for the past month, Jeter has been hitting in the neighborhood of 360. Pitch in a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is never as close as Jeter makes it look.
No, because Jeter wants to dive out over the plate. How many times we've seen him shoot the ball to right field? Even the balls that are inside, he's able to inside out that swing and kind of push him out into right field. So some of these Yankees hitters tend to be a little over dramatic on a ball anywhere near him anyway to try to get the call.
Now the 2-2, and it's wide. So we go to 3-2 on Jeter. Second straight time that he has worked a full count. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Davis powers that one by him, and that's the best fastball we've seen out of him tonight. That was in the mid-90s plus.
Well, he had no place to put him. He had to come over the plate. So that being the case, you're going to pour everything you've got into this fastball. And not only that, but he gets the big strikeout here. And now he's a ground ball double play from getting out of the inning. He's given himself a chance. That's all you can ask for after you give up a run and load the bases with nobody out.
But Jim Hickey out there after the strikeout of Jeter with Granderson coming up.
They want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, that there's a plan of attack here. A big moment early in this ball game.
Granderson is 2 of 9 now lifetime against Wade. And the first pitch is in there, a strike call. Breaking ball to start him, and he has the count running in his favor. Granderson stepping back. And a line drive, base hit into right. That's going to go back into the corner. Chavez scores. Martin scores. Gardner heads to the plate. He is safe. It's a double for Granderson, clearing the bases. And the Yankees have a 4-run inning. Granderson doubles into the right field corner. He now has 118 runs batted in.
Now, Granderson just continues a tremendous year. The curveball down and in. You see his head stays right on the baseball, not fooled at all, and then releases the hands. Solid contact, and boy, oh boy, you get that ball down into the corner, and you got Brett Gardner on third base. They're going to try and send him, and he makes it.
Well, he started him with a curveball for the strike, but he left that curveball out over the plate. And Granderson hit it into the corner. Here's Mark Teixeira. Pitches away. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0. It's a ground ball to first. Kochman comes up with this, stepping on the bag. Over to third goes Granderson. 2 outs now. Alex Rodriguez, the DH, on his way to the plate. Rodriguez walked his first time. 4 runs, 5 hits for New York. 2 walks in the mix. A cut and a miss. Strike 1. The Rays 5 and 6 against New York. 2 and 3 here. Interesting thing in the season series the last 2 years between these two clubs, the Rays have actually out-homered the Yankees head to head, and they've outslugged them. The slugging percentage is higher as well. There's a strike, 0-2. Well, the Yankees have jumped to a 4-0 lead tonight. Look at this, head to head, the Rays have won 15 and lost 14. You look at the slugging percentage and the home runs. They've out-homered them by 5, and the slugging percentage well ahead. Ground ball to short, scooped by Brignac. His throw to first. Rodriguez is out of there, but New York comes up with 4 through 2, 4-0 New York.
Share a sunset and a laugh. Celebrate getting there and every step of the way. Build for the future while enjoying the present to the fullest. Because after all, life is a beautiful collection of moments. So go live. We've got you covered. Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health.
Get ready for Fox Soccer Plus.
And he's placed it magnificently!
Sign up now to see over 130 exclusive Barclays Premier League games, 70 UEFA Champions League matches, 73 exclusive Serie A games, and over 800 exclusive events, including the world's best rugby competitions, all in HD. Call 1-877-810-KICK or go to foxsoccerplus.com and get Fox Soccer Plus today.
Introducing Fox Sports Game Connect, the ultimate experience for Tampa Bay fans. Tune in, log on, and be a part of the most interactive forum during Rays games. Stats, trends, and exclusive game analysis, plus live Twitter feeds. You can even share your thoughts with the live broadcast. Don't just watch the game, be a part of it. Get connected now. The all-new Fox Sports Game Connect, now available on foxsportsflorida.com.
Every Sunday is Family Fun Day at Tropicana Field. Enjoy cool kid-themed giveaways, autograph opportunities before the game, and after the game, kids can even run the bases. To check out the great ticket deals, visit RaysBaseball.com.
Now, as we head into the top of the 3rd inning, the Yankees have jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Well, in tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Well, the Rays forced to play catch-up tonight. New York putting 4 on the board in the 2nd inning. And as we go to the Rays' 3rd, it will be Sean Rodriguez.
And it gets tough, too, because Ivan Nova, in his career, has had 26 starts where he has pitched with the lead. He is 16-1 in those starts.
And the first pitch is a strike. And one of the things he's been doing lately and showing signs throughout the year is throwing strikes. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Giving up fewer hits than innings pitched coming into this one. averaging about a walk every 3 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But he's had some big strikeout games this year when he didn't walk anybody. Against the White Sox in early August, he struck out 10 and didn't walk anyone in 7 2/3. It's a little nubber back to the hill, and it's throw to first. Rodriguez is out of there, 1 away. Tonight's game on the American Forces Network, with our troops watching in 175 countries around the world and aboard ships at sea. We salute you and thank you for your service. A group of servicemen here tonight taking this one in. They were honored for their service before the game. Now Kelly Shopping, the Rays hitter. And Shopping hit by that pitch. Just got him. So Shopping heads to first.
Trying to go down and away. You see that ball just take off on Nova, up and in. Kelly does a nice job of not really trying to get out of the way and making sure, yes, I was hit and I'm going to first.
He was very courteous about that. He let the umpire know that he was hit. Check in with him.
You saw that front elbow didn't snap back that quickly.
Well, there's a lot of elbow to get out of the way there.
A lot of bicep too.
Yeah,
shoulder.
That's right.
Burly. Yeah, that's why he's the bouncer.
That's it. Reed Brignac in the batter's box. And the breaking ball started wide and broke over for a strike. Rays playing without Ben Zobrist. Pitch inside. Ben and his wife Juliana, proud new parents of a beautiful daughter. 2-0 the count now. Brignac lifts a fly ball into center. Granderson back there for it though and makes the catch. 2 gone. Zobrist with a new daughter named Cruz. So a sister for young Zion. In Boston, it's still a 1-0 game. Baltimore hitting in the top of the 3rd. Here's Desmond Jennings. Pitch is too low. Jennings lined to the shortstop Jeter his first time. Rays been trying to mount one of the greatest comebacks in baseball history. They're down 4-0 right now. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rays were 9 games out of a playoff spot on September 2nd. And no team has ever overcome that many games to get to the postseason. We've talked about that 1964 Cardinal team. They were 8.5 back on September 3rd and went on to win the World Series. They finished ahead of the Phillies and then beat the Yankees in the World Series that year. One and 2 the count to Jennings. And a broken bat roller to short. Jeter with a toss to Cano. The Rays leave a man in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the inning. 4-0 New York.
More style, more technology, less doors. Introducing the 2012 C Coupe. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
Whatever happened to clothes? Now men dress like boys, prancing about in capri pants and baseball caps. Come on, dress like a man. And try drinking like one, too. 1800 tequila.
You know what sells? Sex. You know what it sells? Beer. It won't sell an important thing like a car. What will? Well, the Honda Civic received a 2011 Highest Initial Quality Award from J.D. Power & Associates, and right now you can get a stellar deal on one. That's what sells a car. But a little bit of sex doesn't hurt. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
Let's go, let's go! Great job. We got one play, so let's make this count.
I touched the ball before it went out, Coach.
Come on, Alex, the ref did not call that. It's the championship game.
I touched it. It's their ball.
Don't foul them when they inbound.
Alex.
Good call.
Sportsmanship. Pass it on.
Now, bottom of the third here in New York. Yankees over the Rays right now, 4-0. You can get exclusive deals and coupons delivered right to your phone with the free TampaBay.com/things-to-do iPhone app powered by the St. Petersburg Times. It's available now at the iTunes App Store.
Well, the idea now is to hold this lineup and give the Rays a chance to try to catch up. Robinson Cano leads it off. Cano, Swisher, and Chavez with Wade Davis on the hill. The pitch is upstairs to Cano. Nick Markakis has doubled home a run, and the Orioles have tied the Red Sox 1-1. Little tapper out to second. Sean Rodriguez is right there. One away here in the third. The Orioles have just taken the lead. They've added another run. So it's 2-1. Baltimore. And now Nick Swisher. That pitch hits Swisher on the hand, and there was a check to see if he had offered at that pitch, but he's hit by a pitch and heads to first. So Nick Swisher
keeping it close to him.
Got him on the elbow.
Got him right on that left elbow, yeah.
Where the Red Sox continue to really have problems. Josh Reddick made an error on a ball hit by Vladimir Guerrero, and Markakis scored the go-ahead run. And the more and more you look at the problems the Red Sox have had, in many cases they've been their own worst enemy.
And that, I mean, that's why I think for the Rays, you take care of your own business. You can't do anything about the Boston Red Sox anymore, but I firmly believe that the Red Sox are going to give you the opportunity. They are going to give you the opportunity to shoot past them for the reasons that you said. We saw them 7 times in, 10 days? Sloppy.
Yep.
Sloppy baseball, and it continues against the Orioles.
There's Eric Chavez. First pitch is down, a ball and no strikes. Well, if you took a hard look at their lineup now, and some of it's because of injury, but what they've had to run out there, they've had some problems. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've had problems putting a sound game on the field, and that has led to a very difficult September in Boston. A ball and a strike, the count to Chavez. 2-1.
Yeah, I think that if the Rays don't make the playoffs, it's because the Rays didn't get it done, not because Boston all of a sudden figured it out.
Yeah, and the Rays have a major challenge here. 7 of these games here against the Yankees, and you can't take the Blue Jays lightly. There's a nice curveball. It's in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Joe Maddon's done a great job of not allowing this club to look ahead. And of course, we have a little more luxury to do that when you look at what's down the road. 7, including this one with the Yankees, and 3 with the Blue Jays. And they could run into a couple of very good starting pitchers in that Toronto series. So if they do manage to get to the postseason, they will have certainly earned it. They've kept themselves in the race because the defense has been so good and the pitching has been so good, and they've gotten some timely hitting here in this run in September. But boy, to take on the Yankees for 7 of your last 10, and then a Toronto club that can beat anybody, they're going to earn it. Base hit into right field. Swisher goes to second, and Chavez is 2 for 2.
Well, let's take a look at our AutoWay text poll question for tonight. And here it is. With just 10 games remaining, how many games must the Rays win to make the playoffs? TV1, all 10. You got a suite. TV2, 9. TV3, 8. TV4, 7. TV5, 6 or less. You can text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates always apply.
It's the wild card race as it now stacks up. Rays counting this one, 10 games left. Boston counting their game tonight, 8 games left. Here's Russell Martin. This breaking ball stays inside.
And how about this? Hitters 6 through 9 so far in the Yankees order tonight are 5 for 5 with a hit by pitch.
Yep.
The bottom of the order once again.
Martin, the number 8 hitter, had a base hit his first time. Punched one into right. Pitch in on him. He missed it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brett Gardner's on deck. That'll make it 1-2. Davis coming off Wednesday's start in Baltimore. He dropped a 6-2 game there, gave up 4 runs in 6 1/3, including a couple of home runs. That's low, blocked by Shopping. 1-1 to count. New York in with 92 wins. Cesar Ramos up in the bullpen now for the Rays. Bouncing ball foul. 2-2, or 1 out into the 3rd. Davis into the mid-60s in pitch counts. Davis touched for 4 runs in the second. And it's low, and the count goes full to Martin. Three balls, 2 strikes. And ball 4.
Yeah, I don't know about
load the bases. A close pitch.
Yeah, that looked like a very good pitch there by Wade Davis. Wally Bell not biting once again on the close strike. This looked pretty good. Definitely had played. Well, that's one of those borderline calls. Sometimes you see him go the pitcher's way, but tonight, at least in Wade Davis' case, not gotten that pitch.
So the bases are loaded with 1 out. Brett Gardner will bat. The infield has to come in now. Tough spot. Ground ball foul. Strike 1.
Well, the thinking here, you know, with 1 out, bases loaded, you cannot play the middle infielders back and hope for a ground ball, double play ball by Gardner. He absolutely flies. That would be a tough turn. Can't afford to give up any more runs either.
Well, you can see Joe Madden shaking his head there ever so slightly in the Rays dugout. That's a strike.
Well, there you go.
0-2.
Now you go for the strikeout. You need it badly.
The bottom part of the order, a problem again tonight. Gardner fouls it back, holding the count at 2 strikes. Gardner, who got credit for a bunt single in the second inning on a play that was missed by Scott Berry, the first base umpire. So with that bunt base hit, Gardner's 4 out of 8 by Wade Davis. The 0-2, up and away. A ball, 2 strikes. Joe Girardi's club at 92 and 60. The 1-2, and that pitch is fouled away. Well, Mark Reynolds has just driven in 2 more runs, and the Orioles have taken a 4-1 lead at Boston. They've knocked out Eric Bedard. Scott Atchison about to enter the game for the Red Sox.
I mean, between Atchison, Aceves, and Papelbon, about the only 3 guys you can count on in that bullpen, and their starters they've been getting knocked out early for quite a few games in a row. That bullpen has got to be toast by now.
1-2, and that's outside.
Atchison right now is like Joel Peralta. I mean, he's in or up every game. And more importantly, you got to take care of business here, and Wade Davis needs to make a pitch.
1 out with the bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Gardner. And that will run the count all the way to 3-2. votes again on the mid-70s and pitches. We're 1 out into the third. Hit batter, a single and a walk. They're loaded, and the count is 3-2 to Gardner. And he fouls it back, forcing another 3-2 pitch.
Well, here it is, just powering another fastball. This one up in the zone, and Gardner's able to spoil it. Now, he got Jeter in this same situation at 96. See if he can dial up another.
The 3-2 again. And a fly ball lifted into center, not overly deep. Upton makes the catch. The tag, and Swisher comes down the line a little bit, but hangs on. So a big out number 2 here as Gardner's retired on the fly ball into center. And it will be Jeter with the bases loaded at 2 outs. Well, Davis made 28 pitches in the first inning. He made 21 in the second, and he's at 25 right now here in the third. And here is Jeter. And a one-hopper to short. The toss, Brignac to Rodriguez, and the Rays get out of that. Yankees leave the bases loaded. It's still 4-0.
A certified pre-owned BMW is a smart choice. But before the rigorous inspection, before the awards, and the critical acclaim, before all of this, first, it's a BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of financing as low as 0.9% on select certified pre-owned models.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey there, big guy. You know, you look a little tired. Why don't you come sit down over here? Yeah, come on. That's right, sit down.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
It's that moment when everything slows and you can finally stop for a minute or a lazy afternoon. When you count time and gulps and grill marks, bowlfuls and bottle caps, and all you can do is relax and enjoy. It's game time, and you're in the sweet spot. Sweet Bay, the official supermarket of the Tampa Bay Rays, and proud sponsor of the Sweet Spot.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live.
4-0 New York leading as we go to the 4th inning tonight, the first game of the 4-game series. Time for the AT&T trivia question of the night. In yesterday's game for New York, Mariano Rivera broke the all-time saves record. He picked up number 602 of his career. What's the highest saves total for Rivera ever in a single season? Mariano Rivera getting the final out against Minnesota and chalking up save number 602.
That pitch could not be hit.
First pitch of the 4th is inside to B.J. Upton. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1. Rays facing Ivan Nova. Chopper left side. Chavez cutting across, and he makes the play just in time to get Upton. Let's take a look at the top 5 on that all-time saves list now, with Rivera topping Hoffman, 602 for Rivera, and Lee Smith a distant third with 478 in front of John Franco and Billy Wagner. Evan Longoria. That's a strike. Evan lined to the right fielder Swisher his first time. Oh, 2. Nova's coming off 2 no decisions in starts on their last road trip in Baltimore and Seattle. Prior to that, he beat the Blue Jays here at Yankee Stadium. He hasn't lost a game since the opening of June the 3rd, when the Angels beat him 3-2. 11 wins and 3 no decisions in that stretch. A ball, 2 strikes. The Rays saw him in the middle of May on the 17th at Tropicana Field, and he won that game. He left the game leading 2-1. Eventually, the Yankees won that game 6-2. And a little pop fly short right. Swisher coming in. It's going to be a base hit. Longoria makes the turn. Swisher overruns it for a moment, but no chance for an advance. And Evan Longoria drops a base hit into right.
And I mean drops. This is a good breaking ball slider. Down and away from Evan Longoria. Gets it right off the end of the bat, and there's just nothing on this ball, and it just falls out into shallow right field. You see how you go down a long way, all the power out of the swing. Not only that, off the end of the bat. Just died.
Here's Johnny Damon. The pitch is a strike. Well, the scoring's not over in Boston. Adrian Gonzalez has hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd, and now it's 4-3 Baltimore.
This is like a pitching optional series. Who can outslug?
Damon. It's a fly ball right to Swisher. Couple of steps back, and he makes the catch. 2 up, or 2 out now with a runner at first, and Kochman. Casey Kochman's on his way to the plate. Well, the Yankees had the makeup game yesterday with the Twins. They won that game. Now it's 4-game series with the Rays. Casey Kochman in the batter's box. And there's a strike on an opening fastball from Nova.
We see Nova, against left-handed hitters, just a 241 average coming into this game as opposed to 272 against righties. And that's a big reason why. We saw it to Johnny Damon, too. Very good sinker to the lefties that he'll run to that outside corner with that good down movement.
Ground ball, that's through into right field, a base hit. Longoria advances to second, and Casey Kochman has his first hit tonight.
That was the same pitch, except that found the middle of the plate. The first pitch of the at-bat was a fastball that sunk to the outside corner. This stays over the plate. That gives Casey a chance. He just hammers it in the hole. Right through and under the legs of Evan Longoria.
Well, here is Matt Joyce. Matt with 18 home runs. And the pitch is a strike call. Breaking ball from Nova.
And here Matt Joyce hit the ball very hard his first time up, and with this short porch out in right field, one mistake away from being right back in the game.
Takes it away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Joyce had 3 runs batted in the game Sunday in Boston. 3 hits, including a double. A couple runs scored to go with 3 runs batted in. Ground ball second. Cano with the flip to first. The Rays get 2 hits but leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 New York.
For all that's out there, Range Rover Sport. Attractive lease and finance offers available at your Land Rover retailer.
Recalculating.
Piece of junk. Ugh. You guys lost too?
Just out sailing, trying to save money.
Oh, then what you really need is a natural gas tankless water heater. You can save up to 50% on all your water heating energy costs.
Sweet.
Plus, you can get up to a $675 cash rebate.
Love it.
And this little fella gets you more of your garage back. For, more stuff like this.
Conserve energy and switch to natural gas. Visit peoplesgas.com.
Look. Dibs.
At AutoWay.com, you get one thing most car dealers don't give you. Answers.
That's the car for me. Can you help me estimate my monthly payment?
At AutoWay.com, our payment calculator shows you your payment options on every vehicle we sell.
Can I get a car or truck for $199 a month?
Yes. At AutoWay.com, you can adjust your terms and down payment to find the car and payment that fits your budget. Questions? Answers. AutoWay.com.
4-0 New York leads. We go into the bottom of the 4th inning at Yankee Stadium tonight. Our AT&T trivia question with Mariano Rivera yesterday, establishing the all-time saves record with 602. What's the most saves Rivera ever had in a single season? And that would be 53 in 2004. Look at that, 42 postseason saves. That's a record. First pitch is a strike call to Curtis Granderson, 12-time All-Star. And on 5 World Series championship teams. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul back. Rivera has had a great year. He's a very humble man, and at one time thought he might just be a fisherman in Panama. How about that? He's turned out to be one of the greatest pitchers in Major League history, and tops when it comes to saves and closing games.
Boy, and still doing it. And not, one of those guys that comes in a lot of base runners, a lot of bad counts. He still is one of the few 1-2-3 closers where they just come in and don't even let you up for a breath.
Full count to Granderson leading off the 4th. And it's foul back. Well, Granderson hitting for the 3rd time in this game. And for Wade Davis, who's up over 80 pitches now, 82 total, he's had 6 full counts on hitters. And he walks Granderson. Ramos up in the bullpen again for the Rays. Teixeira.
That brain right there is spinning right now. Joe Madden trying to figure out what is going to be my next move. And how long do I go with Wade?
And the pitch is low. Well, the pitch is mounting up. Just the second hitter he's facing here in the fourth, and he's starting to get to a point where you would expect at least 5 innings out of him by this point. Still trying to get the first out in the fourth. There's one at second and no throw to first. So Teixeira reaches on a fielder's choice.
Now that ground ball forced the backhanded flip. And that's what took a little bit too much time off of the play. Here it is. This ball, first of all, chopped. Brignac flips that ball over to Evan Longoria, and it just took too much time.
So it's Teixeira the runner, Alex Rodriguez the hitter. And that pitch, he skips the pitch and down to second base goes Teixeira on a wild pitch.
This ball just takes off on Wade Davis underneath the legs of Alex Rodriguez. Not much Kelly Shopping could do there.
6th wild pitch of the year charged to Wade Davis. Two and 0. Popped up. Brignac out. Upton coming in. He'll run him off, and BJ makes the catch. 2 outs. Against Robinson Cano up there. Cano will be intentionally walked with first base open. And Swisher, the switch hitting outfielder, on deck. So this intentional walk will be the 5th of the game given up by Wade Davis and the Rays. See Joe Madden perched on the top step of the dugout. And Swisher, who doubled in the second inning on a breaking ball and was hit by a pitch in the third, up for the 3rd time in this game here in the 4th inning. You can see against left-handers he's hitting .312, against right-handers .241. Two men on with 2 men out. And the pitch is a strike. With Eric Chavez on deck, this may be a do or die hitter for Wade Davis. And a ground ball down to third. Longoria steps on the bag for the force play to retire the side. We're through 4. It's still 4-0 New York.
With newly refined styling, the 2012 TL is meant to be seen. With a premium 8-speaker sound system with iPod integration, it's meant to be heard. And with an available 305 horsepower engine, it's most definitely meant to be driven. The Acura TL. Aggression in its most elegant form. Find exceptional offers on a great selection at your Acura dealer today.
Just as we have come back to remake this world, we must let this world remake us. We have been entrusted with a second chance. If we cannot dare to live lives that are worthy of this remarkable place, we should have just stayed in the future to perish with the planet. Terra Nova will succeed.
Terra Nova launches next week on Fox.
We have a very important announcement to make.
I want my senior year to be magic.
I'm on the precipice of doom.
It's going to be a Glee season of surprises.
I will suspend all public school arts programs.
Sue wants to declare war on the arts. General Schuster is about to launch a counteroffensive.
So this is what being turned on feels like.
The Emmy-nominated Gleek Fest returns.
I have spent the entire year being kind to you kids.
Today's only the second day of school.
Glee season premiere this week on Fox.
Good morning. Good morning.
There are 16 fresh-picked oranges squeezed into each bottle of Tropicana Pure Premium, and absolutely no space for added sugar, water, or preservatives. Tropicana, we put the good in morning.
We go to the fifth. It's 4-0. New York leading. Time for the Keep Your Edge Spotlight, brought to you by Just for Men, Mustache and Beard. Well, you can take a look at where the Cardinals were in 1964. They were 8.5 back. The Rays trying to one-up them. They trailed by 9 on September 3rd. Now the Rays trying to do what the Cardinals did and take the edge. Pitch to Sean Rodriguez is in there for a strike. You too can keep your edge with Just for Men, Mustache and Beard. Pitch is down, 1-1. That's a base hit the other way. Sean Rodriguez has a leadoff single. Let's check in with Todd Callis now.
What a run it's been, Dwayne, for the Rays here in September. When we caught up with Joe Madden in Boston, he compared this year's playoff run to the magical season of 2008.
He had never really done anything at that point, but all of a sudden you felt that magic during the course of the season. Things just start rolling your way. This team, it's taken a little bit longer to get it feeling that way. And also with the exodus at the end of last season, you have a lot of new faces and parts within this group. So you're having to bring them together as Rays also, all these new folks. If we're able to do this, this would be one of the more special things I've ever been involved with.
And a fun run the last couple of weeks, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about that Cardinal team in '64 that came back and overtook the Phillies. It took the Cardinals to the final day of the regular season to spin their magic and get the job done. So you never know, swing and a miss. In fact, the Cardinals went into the final weekend of that season and they needed a win over the New York Mets, and I think the Mets were on their way to losing 108 or 109 games that year. And the Mets beat Bob Gibson in the first game of that series and then beat him again the next day, and the Cardinals had to use Gibson out of the bullpen on the last day of the year to beat the Mets and to win the National League pennant. So that went all the way down to the final day of the season before they did it. We'll see what happens with the Rays as they try to one up the Cardinals, but no one has ever been 9 games out of a playoff spot on September 3rd and gotten into the postseason. The Rays trying to do that. The Cardinals were 8.5 games behind. and they finally pulled it off. So let's see what the next week and a half will hold for the Rays.
We just can't wait to see what will happen next.
You never know. Kelly Shopik up here. Ooh, that pitch up around his elbow again. He was hit by a pitch in the third, and that one came close. 2-2.
Yeah, Kelly Shopik doesn't like this fastball up near the head. They're trying to go middle of the plate up, but you see the run on that fastball takes it up in there. Kelly, I guarantee he doesn't care what it was. Nobody likes to see a fastball. That's face high and awfully close.
And a swing and a miss, and go to first, and back in is Rodriguez. So Shopik strikes out. That's the first strikeout of the night for Nova. 1 on, 1 out now in the 5th.
Good slider down and away, gets the swing, and then Russell Martin with a quick snap. Rodriguez got to really hustle to get to that outside corner of the bag, make the tag for Teixeira as long as possible, and get back in safely.
Now Reed Brignac. Reed takes the first pitch fastball. That's a strike. Rays had a base hit from Damon in the second. Shopik hit by a pitch in the third. 2 singles in the fourth from Longoria and Kochman. And a base hit here in the 5th inning from Rodriguez. Runner at first, 1 out, 1-1 the count to Reed Brignac. One ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch and a tap foul. Ivan Nova, 24-year-old right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. He pitched 5 1/3 against the Rays at the Trop on the 17th of May. He made 100 pitches and left with 1 out and the bases loaded in what eventually turned out to be a 6-2 New York win.
For Nova, try to climb the ladder here on Reed Brignac. A couple breaking balls down, go with the fastball up. That's exactly what they're going to do.
And it's too high, or is it? Nope. That's a called 3rd strike. Brignac caught looking, and he's not happy over that. A parting word for Wally Bell. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nova.
Trying to climb the ladder, and the call there by Wally Bell, a little tardy. Reed right here takes it. That ball in between the letters and the belt. He thinks he's got another shot.
Over to first. Rodriguez back in there. Desmond Jennings, the Rays hitter. And there's a strike. Jennings has lined out and bounced into a force play. And a little tap by the mound coming in as Jeter. The pickup and throw, and Jennings is out at first. No runs, one hit, one left. Bottom of the fifth coming. 4-0 New York.
Hey, Randy, with gray on your lip, your curve appeals zip. Your stubble's in trouble.
Just for men, penetrates tough gray and puts it away in 5 easy minutes.
Hey, watch my petunias.
The big unit's chillin'.
This landscape is thrilling, just for men. Keep your edge.
Just as we have come back to remake this world, we must let this world remake us. We have been entrusted with the second chance. If we cannot dare to live lives that are worthy of this remarkable place, we should have just stayed in the future to perish with the planet.
Terra Nova will succeed.
Terra Nova launches next week on Fox.
Get ready for Fox Soccer Plus.
And he's placed it magnificently!
Sign up now to see over 130 exclusive Barclays Premier League games, 70 UEFA Champions League matches, 73 exclusive Serie A games, and over 800 exclusive events, including the world's best rugby competitions, all in HD. Call 1-877-810-KICK or go to foxsoccerplus.com and get Fox Soccer Plus today.
Wade Davis making the start, touched for 4 runs in the second inning. Eric Chavez singled home Nick Swisher, and Curtis Granderson doubled into the right field corner on a breaking ball. That cleared the bases to make it 4-0. And Ivan Nova has given the Rays no runs and 4 hits as we go to the bottom of the fifth, and Eric Chavez leads it off for the Yankees. Pitch inside. Chavez, Martin, and then Gardner. One ball, one strike. One and two. Two balls, 2 strikes. Chavez pops it up. In from third, Longoria makes the catch. The Red Sox have scored a run in the bottom of the 4th inning. That will tie that game. And JoJo Reyes has taken over for Vandenherk in that game. Rick Vandenherk starting tonight for Baltimore, and the left-hander Reyes is in there now. Russell Martin swings and fouls one right at his feet. Strike one. Ramos up again in the Rays bullpen. It's the 3rd time he's been up tonight. 2 strikes the count to Martin. Davis up over 100 pitches, 1 out into the 5th. Brett Gardner's due next. Pitch outside. So with Ramos up a 3rd time, if you're going to get him up 3 times, you better put him in. 2-2 now. High fly ball back into left. Jennings backs up with plenty of room, and he makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down. And Brett Gardner will now bat.
Well, hey, Rays fans, I know it's a little late in the game, but here's the deal. You can go into your local Hess Express and pick up a 2011 Rays Pocket Schedule that includes a $5 off coupon for a pair of lower-level tickets to see the Rays this Saturday night. Hess Express is the presenting partner of the Rays 2011 Summer Concert Series at Tropicana Field. That is the Miranda Lambert concert.
That should be a lot of fun.
I'm already getting ticket requests.
Here's Brett Gardner. The pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, there could be a lot riding on that series, that game, that night, and the concert. Line drive into center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Gardner's on for the second time, gives him 2 for 3. Well, the bottom 4 in the order for the Yankees have had 12 plate appearances, and they've been on base 8 times out of the 12 plate appearances now. And Derek Jeter, the top of the order, is about to step in. Jeter officially 0 for 2. He walked his first time. Gardner's back in at first. And Gardner's back in. Gardner has 45 steals. He's tops in that department, leading the league with 45 stolen bases. And the pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a 2 ball, no strike count. The left-handed bat of Curtis Granderson is on deck. And a base hit punched into center field. Gardner's going to go to third. Jeter is on for the second time tonight. That'll make it first and third. And Granderson is on his way to the plate. Joe Madden is on his way to the mound. So with 2 men on and 2 men out, that's going to be it for Wade Davis. Wade works 4 2/3 tonight and departs. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS.
It's everything you love about chicken, only smaller. New Chicken Bites from Checkers. Juicy white meat chicken in fun, poppable bites. Just $1. Add Checkers seasoned fries for a flavor-packed box that rocks. Just $2. It's love at first bite. Checkers, feast on. Real chocolate cake, vanilla soft serve, lots of toppings. Try our chocolate cake sundae.
It's the summer of savings at Buddy's Home Furnishings. In celebration of Buddy's 50th anniversary, we have some amazing deals to pass along to you. Treat yourself to a house full of furniture starting at only $50 a week. That's right, choose from a beautiful 16-piece Ashley furniture package that includes a living room, bedroom, and dinette set. And add on a 32-inch LCD TV for only $50 a month. Buddy's offers rental purchase, lease ownership programs, or up to 6 months, same as cash pricing, with free delivery and instant approval.
3 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. My family faced a future without me. At my darkest point, I learned about Tampa Bay radiation oncology through a friend. He spoke of how this new cancer-fighting technology called CyberKnife helped save his life. With CyberKnife, there's no pain, no cutting, no anesthesia, and I resumed my normal activities immediately.
Now, a year later, I am cancer-free and back in the picture, thanks to Dr. Steele, Dr. Kahn, and their great staff, and CyberKnife.
4-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 men on with 2 men out. Again, tonight's game is on the Armed Forces Network, with our troops watching in 175 countries around the world and aboard ships at sea. We thank you for your continued service. Hope you enjoy the game on the Armed Forces Network tonight. Cesar Ramos will be the new pitcher. 109 pitches for Wade Davis in 4 2/3. He leaves having allowed 4 runs and responsible for 2 men on.
Cesar comes on for the 56th time. Got 3 holds, ERA just over 4. Got to get out of this inning. Tough hitter right here, Curtis Granderson.
And a curveball. Granderson takes it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. He doubled in 3 runs in the 4-run second. Pitch is a fastball and it's low. 2-0. Boston has retaken the lead. It's 5-4. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
You got to continue to make good pitches. Curtis Granderson, you know, the 41 home runs this year, 16 have come off left-handed pitching. So this is a guy you've got to, you're Cesar Ramos, you have to continue and average a little bit higher too. A lot of production. Doesn't matter who it's been against.
2 balls and a strike. The ground ball to first. Kochman comes up with it, shuffles the ball away, but Ramos cannot come up with it cleanly. Gardner crosses the plate with another run. Jeter moves into second, and now it's 5-0. Well, Kochman going after that ball, and when he came up with it, still trying to keep his balance and recover to get a toss away.
Well, nice job of getting to that tough hop right there. But then the backward flip and just out of the reach of Cesar Ramos. It was low. See, that's a tough hop right there. And as Casey goes down, he knows he's got to hurry. Doesn't get enough on the throw, leaves it low and wide. And the Yankees are able to.
The Armed Forces Network, with our troops watching in 175 countries around the world and aboard ships at sea. We thank you for your continued service. Hope you enjoy the game on the Armed Forces Network tonight. Cesar Ramos will be the new pitcher. 109 pitches for Wade Davis in 4 2/3. He leaves having allowed 4 runs and responsible for 2 men on.
Cesar comes on for the 56th time. 3 holds, ERA just over 4. Got to get out of this inning. Tough hitter right here, Curtis Granderson.
And a curveball. Granderson takes it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. He doubled in 3 runs in the 4-run second. Pitch is a fastball and it's low. 2-0. Boston has retaken the lead. It's 5-4. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Got to continue to make good pitches. Curtis Granderson, you know, the 41 home runs this year, 16 have come off left-handed pitching. So this is a guy you've got to, you're Cesar Ramos, you have to continue and average a little bit higher too. A lot of production. Doesn't matter who it's been against.
2 balls and a strike. The ground ball to first. Kochman comes up with it, shuffles the ball away, but Ramos cannot come up with it cleanly. Gardner crosses the plate with another run. Jeter moves into second, and now it's 5-0. Well, Kochman going after that ball, and when he came up with it, still trying to keep his balance and recover to get a toss away.
Well, nice job of getting to that tough hop right there. But then the backward flip and just out of the reach of Cesar Ramos. It was low. See, that's a tough hop right there, and as Casey goes down, he knows he's got to hurry. Doesn't get enough on the throw, leaves it low and wide. And the Yankees are able to capitalize and score another run.
Granderson gets credit for a hit and a run batted in. Here's Mark Teixeira. That pitch is too low. Teixeira, nothing out of 3. Two outs. All of this happening with 2 outs when Gardner reached on the base hit. Jeter followed with a single. Granderson, an infield hit, getting a runner home. Granderson at first, Jeter at second. 2-0 the count. Teixeira the hitter. And that's low. 3 balls, no strikes. It's Alex Rodriguez on deck. Three and 1. And that will take the count full. Rays 4-3 on their final road trip of the regular season, an 11-game trip. Losing 2 of 3 to Baltimore and winning 3 out of 4 in Boston. It's going to be a foul ball, carries out of play. We'll see another 3-2 pitch as the runners retrace their steps now. Ramos in relief of Davis. 3-2, and that's going to load the bases. Well, Jeter goes to third, Granderson to second, and here's another look at ball 4. Walk number 6 allowed by Rays pitching. With 2 outs, a run home, the bases are loaded, and Alex Rodriguez will be the hitter. Upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Check swing and a bounding ball to first. Kochman steps on the bag to retire the side. New York adds a run. We're through 5. It's 5-0. B.J. Upton will lead off the 6th when the Rays come in to hit.
Okay, this is it. The Bill Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 in total savings on an F-150, or choose $7,000 in total savings.
Endless Shrimp is our most popular promotion at Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
It's Endless Shrimp today at Red Lobster. As much as you like, any way you like new sweet and spicy shrimp, all for $15.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently. Honey, why aren't you playing with your friends?
I am playing with my friends.
Hey, Mrs. D. Joseph? Sarah?
Honey, let me get in
It's
there.
Mommy's turn now. Let's go.
The average home has over 4 internet-connected devices.
We were gonna storm the castle.
I love your hair.
Thanks, I went to your guy.
It's perfect.
I thought we were storming the castle.
That's why you need the internet rated #1 for supporting multiple users and devices simultaneously. Verizon Fios, a network ahead.
I have to get my picture taken with Raymond. He's big, he's blue, and he's the celebrityist that gets the crowd going. I wonder if my mom will let me keep him as a pet, if he promises not to tear up furniture.
The Rays are home. Be part of all the action at Tropicana Field as they duel the Blue Jays and then slug it out with the Yankees. Get tickets today at 888-FAN-RAYS or RaysBaseball.com.
Well, we head into the top of the 6th inning. Yankees lead it 5-0. Well, Rays fans, you can secure your opportunity for 2011 postseason ticket packages by making your reservations for 2012 season tickets. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com.
We go to the 6th inning. B.J. Upton leads off against Ivan Nova, who's given up 4 hits and has not walked anybody. And the pitch is fouled back. We mentioned earlier he's been throwing strikes more recently, and he does not so far tonight have a 3-ball count on a hitter at all, and he'd made just 56 pitches through 5 innings. A little close, and it's 1-1. Ground ball, that's going to be fair. By the bag and up the left field line. Kicks against the sidewall, and Upton's on his way to second with a stand-up double. BJ's 24th double of the year. So the Rays have the leadoff hitter on base for the 2nd consecutive inning.
And just a breaking ball away, your Checkers double of the game. BJ's able to pull this ball with some authority and get it down the line. Chavez was given that line there, and you can see just not able to get to it. Well, it's a start. You need base runners, and it's nice if one of them's in scoring position right off the bat. Try to chip away at this Yankee lead.
Here's Evan Longoria. Evan has led the offensive charge for the Rays for about a month. There's a strike. He actually started picking things up around the All-Star break and has spread this thing out. And if you go back just a little before the break and calculate his run production, he's actually topped the league in runs batted in from about the third week in July forward. A little tap picked up by Jeter. Throw to first is in time. Upton advances to third. And Evan now 1 for 3, the first out in the 6th. It's Johnny Damon to the plate, who with a base hit tonight and 2 at bats is now 5 out of 6 lifetime against Nova. The pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. There's a pop up. It's fouled out of play. 1-2. Man at third. First time tonight the Rays have had a runner as far as third base against Nova.
Well, as this game moves into the later stages, you really need the Rays to start chipping away now, because when you get to the back end of that New York bullpen, it gets extremely tough with Soriano, who's back, Robertson, Rivera. Going to be tough. Need to get him here in the 6th and 7th.
A little piece of that one foul. Count still 1-2. And a low pitch night for Nova. Wade Davis made 109 in 4 2/3. And a fastball upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, short right. Cano out, backs up and makes the catch. That'll be the 2nd out. Little pop fly into right field, handled by Robinson Cano. And now Casey Kochman will try to get the Rays their first run. Kochman had a base hit to right in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Outside, out of the mitt of Martin. Doubleheader tomorrow. A day-nighter. We'll be with you at 1 o'clock for the afternoon game, 7 o'clock for the night game. There's a lot of cat and mouse hijinks going on as to what the pitching matchups will be. 2-0. Shields and Hellickson listed as the Rays starters. In what order, we're not sure. Hughes and Sabathia listed as the starters for New York, and in what order, we're not necessarily sure.
Some gamesmanship.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of that. You know, we didn't find out till late in the game when the doubleheader was going to be. Just a couple of weeks ago, you tried to figure out when that was going to take place.
2-2, the count to Casey. Slider.
Nasty.
Pretty brisk.
Yeah.
87. Good action.
Oh, you know how much left-handed hitters like that ball down and in. They see what appears to be a fastball down there and take a rip, only for it to break.
And now the count's going to go all the way to 3-2. First time he's had a full count on a hitter tonight. It comes 2 outs into the 6th inning. To this point, the Rays have been shut out on 5 hits. And that pitch is ball 4. The first walk issued by Nova. Well, he likes the slider so much. He threw one 3-2 to Kochman and missed with it.
Well, it's one of those pitches that can come back to haunt you. You got another left-handed hitter up here that's got power to right center, right field. 5-0 lead. He was up before. You know, it was 4-0 with a couple runners on.
So here's Matt Joyce. Let's see what he can do.
Leave one out over the plate. Make this 5-3 in a hurry.
Matt did hit the ball very hard in the second when he lined into a double play. And the pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. Curveball that time. Pitch away. One and one. High foul down the other side. And it's 1-2. Upton opened with a double. He's at third. Kochman walked. He's at first. 2 outs. 1-2 to Matt Joyce, and that'll take the count to 2-2. I think it was Johnny Damon who was saying that he would just as soon have played yesterday and not have the day off. Joe Madden was happy to have a day off here to kind of retool things. But Damon, you know, his point had some merit about when you're on a roll, keep going. 2-2, and Joyce out in front, strikes out. A swing and a miss. Rays lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-0.
When we unveil the all-new 2012 M-Class, we're introducing a vehicle built upon 125 years of engineering excellence, which is why, no matter what is happening in the world outside, there is such a sense of confidence inside. Introducing the 2012 M-Class. Quite possibly the most advanced SUV ever. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
This all ends today.
In 3 days, 400. It's kill 100 or be killed.
Remember, everybody gets found.
Killer Elite. Rated R. This Friday.
Honda received more 2011 J.D. Power and Associates highest initial quality awards than any other automaker. Let's see. Based on a survey of over 73,000 new vehicle owners measuring 234 models, highest ranked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments. Legal disclaimers don't get any better than that. Trademarked Honda logo. Go. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
Good morning. Good morning.
There are 16 fresh-picked oranges squeezed into each bottle of Tropicana Pure Premium, and absolutely no space for added sugar, water, or preservatives. Tropicana, we put the good in morning.
As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, the Yankees continue to lead the Rays 5-0. Well, fans, here's your chance to win a jersey right off the player's back and other great prizes at Rays home games during the period of September 23rd through the 28th. That is during the annual Shirts Off Our Back fundraiser week. Proceeds will benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation and Florida Restaurant and Lodging Educational Association Foundation. For more details, visit raysbaseball.com/community.
Robinson Cano is going to open the bottom of the 6th inning. Cano, Swisher, and Chavez. Ramos on the hill, and his first pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Cano was intentionally walked in the 4th. Otherwise 0 for 2. 1-1 right now. Cano hitting .314 against left-handed pitching this year. Came into the game the 9th leading hitter in the American League at .305 overall. So he's hit for a higher average against lefties than righties. And that pitch, a breaking ball, pretty close. And it's a ball he held up. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. That's down. 3-1. And a hot shot, that's fair, past the diving Kochman. Into the corner it goes, and Cano's on his way to second. He'll make it standing up with a double, his 45th double of the year.
A fastball down and in. Cano gets the head out. Casey Kochman takes a dive, but that ball was scorched.
So it's a leadoff double for Cano. And with Swisher up here, they're going to walk him intentionally. They have Chavez, the left-handed hitting third baseman, due next. So the intentional walk coming. Dane De La Rosa up in the bullpen. This will put men at first and second with nobody out. There's ball 4. 2 on. Let's check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Yeah, Joe Madden, you said the wheels were spinning for Joe, not only in this game, but really for the next couple of games as he goes out to the mound. Here's what he's dealing with. Matt Moore is in the dugout. He's not available tonight, but Joe said he'd make a decision by tomorrow whether Matt Moore or Alex Torres would get that extra start on Saturday for the Rays back at Tropicana Field. The other thing he's thinking about is the starting pitching order tomorrow. Originally he had James Shields going in game 1. And in fact, Shields was going to head back from the game tonight early so he'd be ready for that day start. Then right before the game tonight, he called Shields into his office. So he's at least contemplating switching up the starters for tomorrow. The Yankees did not announce their order until earlier today. Joe Girardi around 4:15 announced that CeCe Sabathia was starting the night game and that Phil Hughes was slated for the day game. So Joe said we have some movable parts still. We'll find out exactly what order the Rays go in after the game tonight, guys.
All right, thank you, Todd. Swisher at first and Cano at second. Here's Chavez. The pitch is a strike, and the deal on Phil Hughes, he'd been having some back spasms, so they weren't sure about him. And we're still not quite sure with all the indecision that's been going on about the starting pitchers for tomorrow. Breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike. As Todd pointed out, the Rays being a little crafty in that regard. And we do seem to think, as Todd mentioned, that Sabathia is going to pitch the night game for New York. 0-2. Foul ball right back into the screen. We won't know how to prepare for the starting pitchers tomorrow.
We're going to wing it.
We'll just have to wing it.
Show and go.
Okay.
You know what? At the end of the day, the game's the thing.
That's exactly right.
I heard that from a wise old sage.
2 strikes the count. Down and away, blocked by Shopik. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cano at second with a double. Swisher was intentionally walked. He's at first base. And it's foul back. Chavez the hitter. And he strikes him out. Fastball by him, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, just going up above the bat. This is a designed fastball up in the zone. You see Kelly shopping going a half crouch. Gets it right over the bat with good velocity.
Well, Joe Madden out to make another pitching change. He wants the right-hander. Back in a moment.
It's everything you love about chicken, only smaller. New Chicken Bites from Checkers. Juicy white meat chicken in fun, poppable bites. Just $1. Add Checkers seasoned fries for a flavor-packed box that rocks. Just $2. It's love at first bite. Checkers, feast on. Real chocolate cake, vanilla soft serve, lots of toppings. Try our chocolate cake sundae.
School your friends on the definition of style this year with a new look and a free new smartphone. Just head over to supercuts.com and fill out a form to get an Android smartphone from Supercuts Super Access. Supplies are limited, so act fast.
Some car companies need celebrities in their commercials to try and convince you to buy one of their cars. Toyota thinks you'd get better advice from someone who actually owns one. I love my Camry. Looks great, gets good gas mileage. Who wouldn't want one? One of your own.
What should your next car be?
Let a Toyota owner help you decide. There's no better time to get the 2011 Camry with 0% APR plus $500 customer cash.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live.
All right, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Yankees with a 5-run lead, a couple runners on and 1 out. Well, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit geico.com today.
De La Rosa will be the new pitcher. 28-year-old right-hander. He was originally signed by the Yankees. We'll take a look at his numbers for Durham this year. 83 strikeouts in just over 70 innings. He last worked in Baltimore on the 14th. It was last Wednesday. He faces Russell Martin. Martin hits a high fly ball, not too deep to center. Upton is there to catch it. 2 gone. And that'll be Brett Gardner. Cano's at second, Swisher's at first. Rays came into this game 18 games over 500, which matches their season's high. The first pitch is a strike to Gardner. This game in the bottom of the 6th, with New York leading 5-0. Boston coming in to hit in the bottom of the 6th, leading Baltimore 5-4. 0-2. Cesar Ramos worked 2/3, gave up a hit, 2 walks, 1 intentional walk. Got a strikeout. Left with 2 men on. A ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, Jeter on deck. And a chopper by the mound. Tough play, and Rodriguez reaches down, makes the pickup, and steps on the bag for the force play. We go to the 7th. It's 5-0 New York.
I don't know who needs to get that close to the tip.
It was a little broken bat base hit off the bat of Sean Rodriguez right there. Fair up the left field line. The Rays on the first pitch here in the 7th put the leadoff man on.
This ball kind of boring in on Rodriguez. takes a big hack and gets enough of it to get it out in left field, and that's a good start for the Rays because they have got to start getting something going here. 7th inning, you got a very formidable back end of the bullpen for the New York Yankees, so you need to make a move right now.
Well, Kelly Shopik's going to be lifted, and Lobaton will hit for him. So Rodriguez with a broken bat base hit. So Lobaton, the switch hitting catcher. That's from the left side. And the pitch is low and in, and it hit him. So it got him on the foot. The Rays are going to put the first 2 men on base. So Lobaton, as a pinch hitter, reaches when he's hit by a pitch.
Well, there you go, just a yanked curveball. Try to make something of this. Let's see where it got him, if it did. It didn't. They might have got away with one there. And didn't get it. If it got anything, it got the part of his pants up the shin. That did not get a foot.
I think it got the fold in the trousers there, just above the shoe.
I think
that's the reason for the fold.
Yeah. See that ball? I think there's. I don't know. Hey, take advantage.
Here's Reed Brignac. It's down and in to Reed. Soriano's up in the bullpen. Two and 0, and now Larry Rothschild's headed to the mound with Nova missing on a fastball on that last pitch to Brignac.
Well, think about how this inning started. A fastball down and away to Sean Rodriguez that ended up and in. Missed his spot terribly. Rodriguez gets a base hit, then yanks a curveball. Whether or not that hit Lobaton or not, Wally Bell said that it did. Terribly missed its location. And then these first 2 pitches here, and this is just how quickly a game can get out of hand.
Well, it's a 5-run game right now, but if somebody connects on a long one, just like that, it could be a 2-run game.
Boy, the Yankees have had more than enough opportunities to blow this game open. They have not done so. The Rays have hung around. Now find themselves in a position to chip.
Brignac ahead in the count. And he takes ball 3 low. 3-0. Well, the Rays have put the 7 and 8 hitters aboard here in the 7th inning. That's what the Yankees have been doing most of the night. And that is ball 4. The bases are going to be loaded. Single hit batter and a walk. They're loaded with nobody out. And Desmond Jennings, the top of the order, about to step in. Soriano heating in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Jennings missing a fastball. Strike 1.
Well, Desmond taking a shot here. Sees something up, take a rip. He just misses it. It's all right. That's why you get 3.
The 0-1. Down and away. A ball and a strike. Well, the Rays got a man at third for the first time in the 6th inning when they left men at first and third. Now they have the bases loaded in the 7th. The 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Fastball up.
Yeah, just over anxious there for Desmond. That was not a strike. That ball kind of running up and in. Not a pitch you can really drive. Let's see where that ended up. That slider down and away.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball not too deep to left. Gardner comes in, makes the catch, and the runners hold. The bases are still loaded. Even though that ball was not very deep, Gardner pulled up and waited for it so he could have some momentum headed toward the plate when he made the catch.
And that's how you do it. Give yourself a chance. Don't assume. Don't assume. Hey, I've seen guys, I've had it happen against me, and obviously probably not in a situation like this, but where a guy tagged up and scored on a pop-up with a shortstop, caught the ball with a foot on the infield dirt. Don't assume anything.
Here's B.J. Upton. He takes a pitch inside, 1-0. Upton doubled in the 6th. He is 1 for 3. And a ground ball to third. Chavez to Cano 1 over to first. 5-4-3. The double play off the bat of B.J. Upton. The Rays do not score. Middle of the 7th. It's 5-0 New York.
The Land Rover LR4.
Upgrade your lifestyle with the latest technology from BrandSmart USA. From the kitchen to the family room and everything in between. BrandSmart USA has what you want right now. From cameras and laptop computers to HD plasma and LCD TVs. From irons and vacuums to top-of-the-line laundry and kitchens. Visit our store or shop from home. BrandSmart USA, of course your favorite brands at low, low prices.
Celebration Cruise Line is running a spectacular sale on Bahamas cruises this fall. Save big on all cabin levels with prices starting at just $99. Enjoy a great cruise getaway with delicious meals, live shows, luxury spa, and our exciting casino from just $99. Call Celebration today at 800-582-7575 to book your cruise from just $99. That's 800-582-7575.
We're at Yankee Stadium tonight. The Rays opening a 4-game series against the New York Yankees. Rays starting the day 2 games back of Boston in the wild card race. New York 5 games up over Boston in the American League East. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, Jose Lobaton takes over behind the plate with the Rays down 5-0. They had the bases loaded and nobody out in the top half of the 7th. And the double play ball off the bat of Upton ended it. All 5 New York runs were charged to Wade Davis. He pitched 4 2/3. Cesar Ramos 2/3, and Dane De La Rosa came on. Got the last 2 outs in the 6th inning. And in the bottom half of the 7th, New York will have the top of its order. Jeter, Granderson, and Teixeira due up. Rays had him loaded, and Desmond Jennings hit the pop fly to short left.
That ball came boring in on him. The pitch previous swung and missed on one that was very similar, and then BJ, the hard ground ball right to Chavez. Easy turn here for the Yankees. And boy, did they get out of a tough spot there. Bases loaded, nobody out. One big hit from making this a ball game again, and Nova wiggles out of it. There's a guy who's seen some ugly situations.
Yeah, he's wiggled out of a few of them. Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter leading off. Pitch up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Jeter's walked and singled. And a strike. Down and away. Breaking pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. It's fouled out of play. So it's a 1-2 count to Jeter. Rays have been out hit tonight, 10-6. The Yankees have left 13 men on base tonight through the front 6 innings. Twice they've left the bases loaded. And a swing and a miss. Good fastball right there. De La Rosa quick on the fastball to strike out Jeter.
You know, tonight's game is on the American Forces Network with our troops watching in 175 countries around the world and aboard ships at sea. We thank you once again for your service to our country.
Here's Curtis Granderson. Pitch is a strike. It's a line drive, and it's a fair ball. Back down into the corner. Granderson's on his way to second. That's his second double of the night. Gives him 25 on the year. And the Yankees have a man in scoring position once again.
You know, trying to go down and away. You miss your spot. That's what happens. That ball down, middle in, and again, Granderson keeping his head right down on the baseball and hammering it right down the line.
Now Mark Teixeira. Teixeira nothing out of 3 with a walk. De La Rosa throws him a strike. A little late there, 0-2. Two-strike pitch. Line drive center field. Going to fall in front of Upton. Granderson will stop after heading to third and making a turn. Teixeira on an 0-2 pitch. Lines a single into center. And again, the Yankees threaten.
Teixeira is able to get on top of this pitch. That's a pretty good ball up and away in the zone. Granderson with a pretty good read, but that ball hit hard enough to get out to BJ very quickly. BJ would have had a play on Granderson at the plate. So he is held up. That'll bring Jim Hickey out to the mound. Another big situation here. Quickly going over the scouting report and a plan of action.
Well, Alex Rodriguez will be the hitter. Rays break up their conference on the mound. Yankees scored 4 times in the second inning. They added another run in the 5th. It's Andy Sonnenstein loosening in the bullpen. Now Rodriguez. That's foul outside of third for a strike. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boston batting in the bottom of the 7th, leading 5-4. Two and 1. Willie Mays Air has replaced Clay Rapata on the mound for Baltimore in the bottom of the 7th inning of that game. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count. Five 12-0 for New York here. 6-0 for the Rays. And it's down. And a full count to A-Rod. And the pitch outside for ball 4. The bases are going to be loaded again for New York. Bases loaded. Robinson Cano is slowly making his way to the plate. Cano was walked intentionally in the 4th. He doubled in the 6th inning. Officially 1 out of 2. Retired on a hop foul down the left side back in the 1st inning when it was caught by Desmond Jennings. And Cano takes a strike from De La Rosa. Foul the other way. 2 strikes. Davis started. He was charged with all 5 runs. Wade worked 4 2/3. 2/3 for Ramos. De La Rosa has an inning plus under his belt. Bases loaded, 1 away. And Cano is out on strikes. Out in front on the breaking pitch, off speed.
Oh, that was a dirty breaking ball by Dane. Look at this. Down and in. Very hard, 85 miles an hour on that pitch. Just completely fooled Robinson Cano, and that's a big strikeout. Now, get the hitter, get out of the inning.
Nick Swisher's going to be the hitter. The pitch is too low. Swisher's been on base 3 times. Officially is 1 for 2. Bounce foul. It's 1-1. Swisher with 23 home runs on the year. Over a third of those have come in the last 3 weeks. Now 1-1 to count. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty close. See how close it was. Yep, that's pretty close. That's a strike.
Better than close. I've seen a lot of those borderline pitches tonight not go the Rays' way.
There are 3 strikes or 3 pitches inside the strike zone, but the count is 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. And that's been pretty much the story of the night. Cut and a miss.
Boy, Nick Swisher knows he just swung at ball 4. That pitch down and in. But again, bases loaded, 3-1 count. A lot of times a hitter almost gets into predetermined swing mode. That's what happened there.
And a swing and a miss. Swisher out on strikes, and for the 3rd time tonight, New York will leave the bases loaded, but they lead 5-0 through 7.
At AutoWayService.com, you get one thing most car dealers don't give you. Answers.
Can I schedule a service appointment online?
Yes, 24 hours a day at AutoWayService.com. Plus, we're open 7 days a week.
Do you have auto service discounts and specials?
Every day. Plus, get 10% off service when you schedule through AutoWayService.com. Questions? Answers. AutoWayService.com. Schedule appointments 24 hours a day. Plus, we're open 7 days a week.
A 7 and a 0. Go ahead. Give it a spin.
Broken Penguin plus 4 meals under $4 equals what Broken Penguin? Steak burger meals and chicken fingers for under $4 each. Steak and Shake, just no equal.
Honey, why aren't you playing with your friends?
I am playing with my friends.
Hey, Mrs. D. Joseph? Sarah?
Honey, let me get in
It's
there.
Mommy's turn now. Let's go.
The average home has over 4 internet-connected devices.
We were gonna storm the castle.
I love your hair.
Thanks, I went to your guy.
It's perfect.
I thought we were storming the castle.
That's why you need the internet rated #1 for supporting multiple users and devices simultaneously. Verizon Fios, a network ahead.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live.
Well, we head into the top of the 8th inning. Yankees over the Rays 5-0. Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. With each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $77,000 has been donated.
Well, here we move into the 8th inning with New York leading 5-0 in Boston. The Orioles have 2 men on in the 8th with 1 out, and Jonathan Papelbon has replaced Daniel Bard in that game in the 8th inning with 1 out. Longoria fouls the first pitch away. Rays are trailing 5-0 in this one. They've been out hit 12-6. And 2 strikes the count to Longoria. We've played 7 innings. We've had 5 runs scored and 24 men left on base in this game. 16 by New York, which is a season's high for New York, leaving men on base. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to third, stays down, and Chavez makes a low throw.
Wow.
It's scooped by Teixeira. Boy, that was a good play on both ends.
Yep.
That ball stayed down, and Chavez came up with it, and then he made the low throw, and Teixeira, a great scoop at first.
Well, this ball stays down. It forces Chavez to make a backhand right here and then throw without really getting his feet underneath him. That causes the low throw, and that is not an easy scoop. That's not a short hop. That is a long scoop there. Nicely done by Teixeira. 2 guys who can flash some leather.
Now Johnny Damon takes a strike. Ground ball to second. Cano to Teixeira. 2 gone. Well, the remaining schedule. See the Rays 2 games back, including tonight with 10 left. Boston with 8 left, including tonight. They're in the top of the 8th of their game at home against Baltimore. And the Rays, most of the schedule against the Yankees. Casey Kochman takes a strike. Kochman has singled and walked, officially 1 for 2. And the pitch is outside, 1-1. 2 outs, bases empty. Nova about to make his 100th pitch of the night. And it's foul the other way. You saw Proctor, the right-hander, and Logan, the left-hander, down in the bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. breaking ball gets away and goes all the way to the backstop. The count is full to Casey. And ball 4. So Kochman walks. 2-out pass. And Girardi comes out. That's going to be it for Nova. So Nova, just a little over 100 pitches, will depart after working 7 2/3. He's out of here.
Come over here. You got your deep fryers, your grill. You're going to take this and scrape off all the dripping. Follow me. And the grease goes in here. All of it? Not all of it.
Get deep flavor without the deep fryer. The new Subway Oven Crisp Chicken. Always baked, never fried. It's a taste breakthrough and part of a Subway Fresh Fit meal.
It's no coincidence the Toyota Tundra has received the most dependable large pickup award from J.D. Power and Associates. Not once, not twice, but 6 years in a row. Now that's a statement no other truck can make. Save up to $6,500 on the 2011 Toyota Tundra Double Cab with 0% APR. The full-size Tundra from Toyota.
At Tires Plus, we'll cut your costs, not corners. And that's a big plus for everyone. Along with our guaranteed low prices, we have the name brand tires you want and expert total car care services. And that'll save you lots of time and money down the road. Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do.
Boone Logan's going to be the new pitcher for New York with Kochman at first and 2 gone. Ivan Nova impressive again tonight for New York.
Now working all the pitches in, the sinker to the lefties, the curveball. Getting Matt Joyce on a backdoor curveball there, and then came up with some big pitches and big situation, working out of that bases loaded. Getting a strikeout at Desmond Jennings, or a fly ball shallow outfield, Desmond Jennings, and then the ground ball by B.J. Upton, and that's what's left him pitching into the 8th inning here, having not given up a run to this point and giving way to left-hander Boone Logan. On for the 60th time, 10 holds. The 43 strikeouts, 39 innings. Opponent's average at 258.
Well, Matt Joyce is due to hit with the left-hander Logan entering the game. Joyce will be lifted. Brandon Geyer will come off the Rays bench to pinch hit. The Rays down to their final 4 outs, 2 outs with a runner on here in the 8th. Geyer takes it too low. Logan was in the game yesterday against Minnesota. Pitch is popped up. That's foul and is out of play. 1-1. He faced one man in that game. And retired him. Too low. 2 balls and a strike. Longoria grounded out. Damon grounded out. Kochman walked, and now Logan's on, facing the pinch hitter Geyer. Hot shot foul. And it's 2-2. Geyer pops it up. Foul ball. Chavez and Martin. It's going to be the catcher Martin in front of the Rays dugout making the catch. Rays leave a man. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's 5-0 New York.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live.
Addictive. Terrifying. Sexy. Everything you love about a thriller. Nothing you expect. American Horror Story premieres Wednesday, October 5th at 10 on FX.
The 9/11 memorial is for my 343 brothers who didn't make it.
And for my brother.
This shows the world that we can rebuild.
And that we are strong.
It's for the heroes like my dad.
This year, the National September 11th Memorial opens in New York City. Join us to honor, remember, and reunite. To learn more or to reserve your visit, go to 911memorial.org.
Moving? Call, pack, kick back. That's all it takes to move your DirecTV. One call before moving, pack your receiver, and we do the rest. Just call, pack, kick back, and ask about 3 free months of our premium programming. Plus, schedule your move today and NFL Sunday Ticket is included. So make your move easy. Call DirecTV.
Bottom of the 8th coming. The Rays are down 5-0. And here's tonight's Auto-Way text poll question, including this one: with just 10 games remaining, how many games must the Rays win to make the playoffs? TB1 all 10, TB2 9, TB3 8, TB4 would be 7, and TB5 6 or fewer. Text your vote to 789-789, standard rate supply. And you could put together a pretty cogent argument that if the Rays could split here and then win 2 out of 3 from Toronto and 2 out of 3 from the Yankees at the Trop, they'd have a pretty good shot. But of course, they'd have to get some help. So that would be 6 wins out of the 10. But to take charge, you probably need 8 or 9. Andy Sonnenstein on the hill now for the Rays. His first pitch, Eric Chavez fouls it back. That's a strike. Geyer stays in the game to play right field after hitting in the place of Joyce. The pitch is a strike, and the count is 0-2. Robert Andino just hit a bases loaded double of Jonathan Papelbon, and that will give Baltimore a 7-5 lead. It's quiet again at Fenway. 2 strikes the count now to Chavez. It's foul the other way. 1-2. A little tap foul. Holds the count at 2 strikes. So Davis worked 4 2/3. Ramos 2/3. De La Rosa an inning in 2/3. And a shot foul. Count still 2 strikes. The pitch is foul, out of play again. So it's a 7-pitch at bat so far with a 2-strike count.
Man, Sonnenstein trying every quadrant he can think of. Tried to finish off Chavez, but continues to battle him, fouling off tough pitches. Still, Andy's got some room to wiggle here with an 0-2 count. You can try to get him to chase out of the strike zone. Maybe something down.
And a foul ball one more time.
You know what? You've got him in swing mode. Take it a little bit further down. Try to bounce one. Trust your catcher. You know, if you miss and he takes it, okay, now it's 1-2 still.
Two-strike pitch again. Outside, 1-2. Angels have beaten the Blue Jays 10-6. Joel Pinheiro, the winner. The former Blue Jay, Scott Downs, saved the game. Swing and a miss, and finally Chavez is out on strikes.
Well, if Rays pitchers strike out 10 batters in a home game, you can take your ticket stub to any Cane's furniture store and pick up a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Plus, while you're there, you can sign up for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays players. Cane's quality's so good, it's guaranteed for life.
Russell Martin takes the pitch down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Martin is singled and walked. Officially has a 1-for-3 night going. And now it's 2-for-4. Base hit to center. And the Yankees have had base runners on in every inning. Brett Gardner's on his way to the plate. Well, Boston comes in to hit in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they trail 7-5. Here the Rays trail 5-0. Gardner looks at strike one. One ball, one strike. Tap foul.
Oh, nice grab. Nice grab.
1-2. Tap foul. Well, right now with the Angels winning, they're close to within 4 of Boston. Boston trailing in the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-2 here to Gardner. Fly ball to left. Jennings toward the corner makes the grab. So 2 outs with a runner at first.
Well, for the latest news, in-depth investigative reporting and sports coverage, sign up for the St. Petersburg Times. And for home delivery, call 877 The Times.
So with 2 outs and Martin at first, Jeter, the top of the order, steps into the batter's box for the 6th time tonight. He's walked and singled. And he tracks this pitch in too low. A ball and no strikes. Strike at the knees. 1-1.
You see that little fastball from Andy Sonnenstein. Very rarely throws a straight fastball, or even from one that has run for that matter. Everything's got a little cut action to it. And that was perfectly placed down and away from Jeter.
Ground ball through the hole on the left side. Martin goes to second. Jeter has his 2nd hit of the night, on for the 3rd time.
Now that was more of a breaking ball that just backed up on Sonnenstein. Those end up just spinning middle of the plate. Jeter just lowers the boom and hammers that ball in the hole. And the theme of the night has been Yankees runners in scoring position all night long.
Yep. It's absolutely true. They've had men in scoring position in every inning.
Well, Ray's fortunate that this is just a 5-run deficit.
Well, 16 men have been left on base so far for New York. And now Granderson takes a strike. How about that? They're 5 of 19. The Rays 0 for 6.
Yeah, not all of those hits by the Yankees with runners in scoring position have actually played it a run.
One and one to count. Jeter with 2 hits tonight. He's now 19th on the all-time hit list. 3,082. Swing and a foul ball. 1-2. Now the Rays played a game in 2002 against the White Sox in which the White Sox left 17 men on base. And that was in 12 innings. The Yankees have left 16 through 7 innings tonight and have 2 men on base right now with 2 outs in the 8th. And a 1-2 count to Curtis Granderson. And a little tap foul. Granderson has driven in 4 runs tonight. He has 119 runs batted in to lead the league. Swing and a miss. He's out of there. That will retire the side. The Yankees leave 2 more. They've stranded 18, but lead 5-0.
It knows you. It fits you.
Phone book.
It listens to you. And with the available advanced package, it can help look out for your blind spots. The Acura MDX could be the smartest car you've driven. Find exceptional offers on a great selection at your Acura dealer today.
1 million fans, 1 million free pizzas.
And Papa's in the house.
Papa John's is giving away 1 million free pizzas to new and existing members of Papa Rewards at papajohns.com. All season long, 60,000 members a week will win a free pizza.
1 million free pizzas? Now that's a game changer.
Plus, get any large pizza, just $11, even specialties.
Better ingredients, better pizza, papajohns.com.
Official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Daycare can be expensive. So to save some money, I found one that uses robots instead of real people. Because robots work for free.
Good morning. Female child.
Floss? Maybe.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Sun Sports is your home for baseball rivalries. Playoff fate is on the line in a September showdown. Rays and Yankees. The rivalry heats up live on Sun Sports, where baseball fans live. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Luis Ayala is going to be the new pitcher for the New York Yankees as this game swings into the 9th inning.
Luis on for the 48th time. Very good ERA, 1.74. Opponent average at 258. Got a 5-run lead here to work with.
Chris Dickerson takes over in right field. Here in the 9th. And John Jaso will bat for Sean Rodriguez as the Rays come in for their final shot, down by 5. And the pitch to Jaso is a strike call. Broken bat and a ground ball toward the middle, backhanded by Cano, and a nifty throw to first in time to get Jaso.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if anybody can make that throw better than Robinson Cano. He's behind second base, moving away from first. And the way that he's able to flip this ball back across his body with something on it. Boy, that is something. It makes that look so easy. You don't realize how difficult that is. Right on the money.
Jose Lobaton pitches down and in. Well, the starting pitcher, Nova, obviously the pitcher of record. He's trying to win his 12th consecutive decision. He came into this one undefeated in his last 14 starts, winning 11 of those, 1-1, and was 1 game short of a Yankees all-time record for longest winning streak by a starting pitcher in a single season by a rookie. Russ Ford did that in 1910 and Atlee Donald in 1939. Two balls and a strike. Now 3-1. Dan Johnson on deck. And Lobaton draws a walk. So he's been on base twice tonight. He goes to first. And Dan Johnson will pinch hit for Brainiac. And a ground ball toward the middle. This is Jeter. Toss to Cano. Throw to first in time. And a dandy double play to end this one. 6-4-3 on the double play. And this game is over. It's a 5-0 final as the Yankees defeat the Rays. And as games and losses go, a fairly nondescript loss here by the Rays. They were out hit 14-6. The Yankees left 18, the Rays left 9. And in the middle of all of that, it's also a shutout. New York over the Rays 5-0. And so the Rays, who started this one 2 games back of Boston in the wild card race, now 2.5 back with 9 left to play. Boston trailing as Baltimore hits in the 9th inning. That's 7-5 Baltimore. So at the moment, the Rays are 2.5 back in the wild card race. We'll be back in just a moment.
Nowadays, people seem to want it all. Responsive power with great gas mileage. Technology to help with phone and music. Quality that can't be beat. In a word, value. We couldn't agree more. Now, trade in for a 2012 Fusion and get $2,500 total cash back. Or lease a Fusion for $199 a month for 24 months. Drive one at your Southern Ford dealer.
It's everything you love about chicken, only smaller. New Chicken Bites from Checkers. Juicy white meat chicken in fun, poppable bites. Just $1. Add Checkers seasoned fries for a flavor-packed box that rocks. Just $2. It's love at first bite. Checkers, feast on. Real chocolate cake, vanilla soft serve, lots of toppings. Try our chocolate cake sundae.
Clean the mess, find the shoe. Where are my keys? I have no clue how to plan the family fun. There's just no time. I'm on the run.
Find family fun fast at tampabay.com/things to do. Or keep up with the fun while you're on the run with the free tampabay.com/things to do app. Get special deals and discounts right on your phone. Now available at the iPhone App Store.
That was easy. I saved time and I didn't spend a dime. With a click, I'm Supermom. Thanks a lot, tampabay.com.
Rays baseball has been brought to you tonight by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. By Checkers, feast on. By Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. When cancer strikes, strike back with CyberKnife and Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. And by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. Well, the Rays dropped this one here in the Bronx. It's a 5-0 final. Nova will get the win. He is 16-4. Davis, the loser, his record now 10-10. For Brian Anderson and Todd Callis, Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast, if not the outcome. Again, New York wins at 5-0. We'll see you next on Rays Live, the postgame.